We have a form with few fields like name, email, mobile, and a submit button. Added bootstrap and also jQuery is important. jQuery CDN. Just see the form like this: name, email, and mobile, and a submit button. Let us see how we can submit the form using Ajax. I'm just writing that document right. You always do Ajax or jQuery in document right itself. Document right, document dot ready, dot ready. Inside that function, inside this we can write the we can start let us see. We write the document ready, and inside that we can submit the form. We have an ID, like we added an ID for the form. Now onwards ID is very important. Let us see, we can add an ID for the form and we can submit the form using this ID. There is a submit button or submit event. As we saw some events in jQuery or JavaScript, we can submit the form using submit event. But that event will work only if we click the submit button. And one more thing is that we can submit a form using Jquery Ajax even if there is no submit button. Normally in every interview, may ask like, how can we submit a button? So submit a form without using a submit button. We can see that also. Now I am just using that submit function for submitting form. Let us see, like dollar hash ID of the form, Ajax form. Dot submit. Inside this, just add the semicolon first, then go inside function. That function is taken first. Function bracket inside this. On Ajax form submit, we can do the submission. And just checking whether this submission is taking using this form. Yes, that alert is working. And also one more thing happened, like the Ajax form submit function worked, but Ajax is not there. That is why the form is getting refreshed. If we using the Ajax form submission, inside that we are using the Ajax function, then it should not refresh the form. For that there is a hack also. I will tell that. Then we can use the form submission. We can use the Ajax like $.Ajax. Writing inside this $.Ajax. It was semicolon should be there. Should use tab correctly inside this dollar. The first one is URL. Ajax variables URL. So we can give some names like save form for the server file. Save form.php, comma, type as post. Then we have to send the data like this. What are the data we have to send? The data from this form. we are entering data, we have to take that data to send. And in the server, we can just insert the data into the database. So for taking the data, we can just do like as we saw in our learned in the Jquery, we can take the data like we have some ID for each and every fields. So we can take the data using the ID hash name dot val. Remember the functions of taking data get to set functions in jQuery like text, HTML, and val. Text and HTML will take data from normal simple tags, and val is used to take data from input types, form inputs. So we got name, then email, same like the top one. We can use the email ID, and this third one is mobile or phone. It simply give the name as we like, but we should use this variable name in our data also. So we can send the data like this as we saw in our Ajax basic class, Jquery Ajax. We can send name like name or any name, first name or anything like here, but that should be the variable name and this is the data. And here next one is email, then phone, like data should be there. So we say got the data. We can just alert the data in the top, like that for checking whether the data is correct. Just simply alert the name. Data is coming correctly using that jQuery function. So we got the data. Then after that we can write the success function. Inside this we will get the response, and inside success function we can just alert the response. So this is the total Ajax sending. So that we have to uh, write a server file, and just get we have to connect the database. Server file is like save for .php. I can catch the data from Ajax using $_post the names, and I can store it here. Previously, we saw how to send a JSON stringify data and catch in the server, or how to return data from the server, all those things. Now we are just learning how to submit a form. So we'll do all those things. After this, we can do one crude with Ajax, then email, then next one, phone or mobile, anything we can see. So that we can write an insert array for inserting data, insert into our database is there. We can add data into the students table with first name, email, and phone into students. As we are entering only few data, we have to write the names also, field names also. First name, comma, email, comma, phone, values, dollar, name, dollar, email, dollar, phone. We can write the execution. MySQLi query dollar $CON dollar insert. Then store the result anywhere. If the result is true, dollar result is true, then we can just give an echo in the Ajax. Echo data inserted. So let us see. We can inspect the result in the network of for Ajax. So I am entering the data. And there are some issues. I think the output didn't come. If there is any error, then the input form will come, or input the browser data will come here. There are some errors. Let us see what are the error issues. Here the issue is like the Ajax is not taking here. It is not working Ajax. And some more issues are also there, but Ajax is not working because the form is refreshing. So when we are submitting the data, the form is refreshing. Why? Because it is not taking the Ajax. We have to do one more thing here. Like when we are submitting the data, when we are clicking the submit button, the first preference is for this submit execution. We have to redirect this. So that is why it is clicking and redirecting to the same page once again, to the action page. Now for correcting this, we have to do one more thing. Like we have to take the submit event and we have to stop that event. For that we can do this function like event dot prevent default. We have to prevent the default submission of this submit button. Very important. So if we are clicking on this, the form will not submit. See, the refreshing has stopped. Then one more issue here, like we can see the error in the response also like this. Undefined index font in line number 4 in save form.php font. So maybe this is one issue. And other than that, the font is correct here. Dollar font here. Font I am sending font dot value. Again, not undefined index font at line number 4. Error will come here also. Line number 4 in the save form.php. Here we are sending the font. I think font It's correct here. Just alerting the phone here also. But that is not the issue. There, it is not identifying the phone in the server. Dollar phone. First name, email, and insert into students. First name, email. Result equal to. Just going here the phone. Name. Yes, okay, here it is not taking the font correctly. That's what the issue. So we can see what is the problem with the phone. Harsh font. Also, here the font ID is different. Just mobile. So no need for going here. So the default form submission has is not taking. It is taking the Ajax itself, and we will get the Ajax result. If the insertion is correct, then we should get the echo. Otherwise, not inserted. Some error we can just simply do that also. Insertion. Unexpected at line number 11. This is now semicolon is not there. Insertion is not taking correctly. Let us see what is error. Uh, so we have to just print the insert for you once again. You can debug the issues like this. Insert into students first name, email, phone, values. So we can check it in the SQL. No error. I think there were that red button will work. Sure. Error is there. Insert into students. You have an error. Just check whether name, email. First underscore name was there. Press first underscore name. So after inserting data inserted. So our Ajax form submission, simple form submission is completing. One more thing, if there is, this is a small form with a few data, only 3 data. But if it were a big form, like a 12 or 20 form elements, then it is not so easy to take every data using this jQuery function dot val. There is a another function for simply taking data from the form using this function called dollar this dot serialize. As I already showed this function previously, serialize. This will automatically take all the data to the form data into the in single data format, and we can easily catch the data in the server. So let us see, this is very important. This dot serialize or this form ID we can give this Ajax form dot serialize also, because as if we are doing the event in the Ajax form, submission in the Ajax form, and we are doing the function with this, we can simply use this itself. As I already told in the jQuery class, if you are doing any event inside an element, and inside that we can use this for calling that event, that element on which the event worked. So if I'm taking the data, undefined index phone, and I think we have to do one more thing here. Like a serialize will take the data in a JSON format. So we have to JSON decode the data completely. Then only we will get the data one by one. For that, just check that. Inside this. For after form.serialize, we have to just alert the print the data here. How can we? What is the output of this serialize? It is like this. So I think we have to JSON decode the data one by one. So the output is like this. Name equal to email equal to like this. So it was okay to simply take this dollar underscore post. Say, I think it's okay to take dollar underscore request. No, it is serialize will take the data like this. Name with its value, email with its value, mobile with its value. You can just take the data using request also. This data we got using request. Then post, I think get is okay for taking data from the get or request, because that data is appending to URL. So if you are taking the data, get double T was there. More than that, it is better to take using request itself. Define index phone at line number 5. One more issue is there. Request phone. Here, from here we have send. Yeah, one more important thing is like this should be like if you are sending this email, and one more thing, mobile is there. So when we are serializing the data, that data will be in the same name of this field names. So when we are catching the data, it should be the same name as like this. And also we should use the dollar underscore request, that is better than dollar underscore post. So if we are taking the data like this, we didn't validate email and everything. So we got the data like this, mobile itself, not phone. So data inserted, this one. So this is how we are using serialize also. So don't take the data one by one, we can simply use the serialize. This is how we are submitting form using Jquery Ajax. We'll use it always in our programs.